Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. How can one avoid wastefulness when eating? How can one avoid wastefulness when eating? This is very important because in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, we find that eating, we have lots of guidelines as far as eating is concerned. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala emphasizes that, subhanallah, Allah emphasizes that eating should be done according to limits. Kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu. Eat and drink, but do not waste. Inna Allah la yuhibbul musrifin. Allah does not love those who waste. So it is essential for us to follow these guidelines. We cannot abstain from eating and think that that's good. The Prophet ﷺ ate and he fasted. So we have to have a balance. And we cannot overindulge in eating because Allah doesn't love those who waste. So how do we strike that balance? Number one, we have to understand that wastefulness is a serious sin. If it causes us to be deprived from the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's a serious sin. As far as the specific guidelines are concerned, the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam, it teaches us that you should not fill your stomach. He says that the worst vessel that we can fill is the stomach. And entire chapters are written about the dangers of filling the stomach in the books of Tasawwuf or Tazkiyah. So if we want to, benefit from the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we follow his guidelines in this regard. How do we not fill our stomach? He says, only eat as much as is required to stay alive, to keep your back straight. And if you must indulge beyond that, then only to the extent of 1/3 of your capacity. Do not go beyond that. Keep 1/3 for drink and 1/3 for air, for breathing. This is just but one, aspect of the advice when it comes to eating. Beyond that, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam also, he taught us how to eat, how to sit, how to gather the food with our 3 fingers as opposed to our entire hands, and how to eat moderately with the name of Allah, washing our hands before, washing our hands after, and sitting in a particular posture that compresses the abdomen so as to limit the amount of space, and therefore one feels full earlier. If you implement these few but profound practices of the Sunnah, one would find that automatically you would eat less and you would be less wasteful. It is so important because in the world of abundance, right, in the world of overeating, overwatching, oversleeping, over-entertainment, over everything, this creates a plethora of issues within our nafs. We become unbalanced as individuals. And because it's eating and it's halal, we often neglect the seriousness of our health and the seriousness of the amana of our health when it comes to food and drink and physical fitness. So it is essential for us to, even if you just take the basics that have been mentioned from the Sunnah, you would find a substantial difference in terms of your health and well-being, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who are moderate in our approach. Wallahu subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.